We shall explore more on pigeonhole principles. Here is a case study. In a group of 6 people, there exist at least 3 mutual friends or at least 3 mutual enemies. So all these problems, on one side it appears like it comes from an application, but if you carefully observe or read through the question multiple times, you can model this as an appropriate graph theoretic question. So problem like this was discovered by a scientist, mathematician. His name is Ramsey. There is a book on Ramsey theory, and you find many interesting case studies like this. Even the previous one, in a group of n people, there exist 2 with equal number of friends, is also coming under Ramsey theory. Let's look at this question. So if you model this as graph theoretic question or a problem, what is the equivalent question in graph theoretic setting? Let's understand the terms mutual friends and mutual enemies. When you draw an edge between a pair of vertices, they represent friendship relation. If there is no edge between a pair of vertices, then it represents enmity between them. Okay. Now it says 3 mutual friends. What does that mean? You have 3 people A, B, C. A and B are friends, B, C, so is the case AC. So this represents 3 mutual friends. Or in other words, if you look at the underlying graph, then ABC forms a triangle or cycle of length 3. When you say 3 mutual enemies, then ABC are like this. There is no edge between AB, no edge between BC, no edge between AC. Okay. Or you can, just for clarity purpose, I place a dotted line, which means there is no edge, or A and B are enemies, B and C are enemies, C and A are enemies. So these 3 form 3 mutual enemies. So these 3 are, they're independent, right? So independent set of size 3. This one is, they are 3 mutual friends. It's a cycle of length 3, or it is also known as clique of size 3. So if you model this question in graph theoretic setting, so the question is precisely this. In any graph on 6 vertices, there exists a triangle, or there exists an independent set of size 3. So equivalently, a graph on 6 vertices as a K3 or K3 bar. What is this notation? K3 says clique of size 3. K3 bar is complement. So this is a clique of size 3. Its complement is if an edge is present between a pair, in its complement the edge will not be present. There is an edge between AB, so in complement there is no edge between AB. There is an edge between BC, there is no edge between BC. So there are three edges here and all of them are missing. So such a graph is known as the complement of the given graph. And so for K3 bar is independent set of size 3. So this is K3 and this one is K3 bar. So clique of size 3 or an independent set of size 3. So when you read this or on the face of it, it appears like the question comes from very different domain. But a careful reading and modeling tells you that this is precisely what we are asking for in a graph on 6 vertices. So this is the power of graph theory, in particular mathematical models. So when you look at a problem, it comes from any application domain, on the face of it, we don't even get a clue how to prove the thing, and we don't even get any handle on how to proceed further. But the power of modeling or mathematical model like graph theory helps you to understand the problem better. And once you understand the problem better and bring it to an appropriate platform like graph theory, then tools, techniques that we have learnt as part of graph theory will help us in proving so and so claim. So now, having modeled this as a graph theoretic problem, let's attempt a proof, and our proof is based on pigeonhole principle. So let's pay attention to this problem. It is any group on 6 vertices. Suppose a group on 6 vertices appears like this. Now the claim says you find either this, you find this or this. It's not either or, it's inclusive or. So now you see that this vertex, this and this, so AEC forms K3 bar, and it is, we may find more than this as well. For example, even if you look at DBF, it still forms K3 bar. So we may find more than one satisfying this property. Look at this one. This is also a group on 6. Now if you look at this, ABF forms K3 and ECD forms K3 bar. So it's inclusive R. The same graph we may find both K3 as well as K3 bar. And we say it is K3. In English we said in a group of 6 we find mutual friends. The size of that set is at least 3. Look at this. Now if you look at this, the set BCEF forms K4. If it forms K4 and in that you look at BCE forms K3. So the claim only says you find set of size at least 3. Okay, at least 3 mutual friends or at least 3 mutual enemies. For example, this itself, you see that ACDA forms K4 bar. if you have an independent set of size 4, in that you will naturally find an independent set of size 3. So if you have a clique of size 4, in that you will find a clique of size 3 as well. So the question only says at least 3 mutual friends or at least 3 mutual enemies. So its inclusive are, in the same graph on 6 vertices we may find both, and in the graph on say 6 vertices we may find precisely 3 or we may find at least 3. So all are possible. We don't assume anything about the nature of graph because the question says in any graph on 6 vertices. Okay. Now having given this picture, let's attempt a proof, and the way we are going to proceed is like this. We are going to fix a vertex here. Say let me fix A. Then we are going to look at the neighbors of A. So how many neighbors it can have? Maximum 5. So you find B, C, D, E, F. Then we focus on edges between A and the set B, C up to F. So we ask, is A and B are friends? Is A and F are friends? And it's an arbitrary graph, so we do not know. So the picture may be like this. You have A, and it may so happen that A is having friendship with A, B, C, D, E, F, or it may so happen that A is in friendship with B and C, and with D, E, F he is not having friendship, or he is not a friend of any in the set B to F. So by looking at all these possibilities, we need to show that because only that will bring in any graph on 6 vertices. So by looking at these possibilities, we will show that we indeed find K3 or K3 bar. So we have 6 people, A, B, C, D, E, F. We do not know the structure of the graph. Let's focus on A. Then I am looking at the neighbors of A. So B, C, D, E, F. So what I do is the following. For A, what all possibilities can be there? Number of friends of A, number of enemies of A. So it may so happen that he is having friendship with all of them. If that's the case, then he is not having any enemy. Or A is having friendship with B, C, D, E. It could be any 4. With 1 he is not having. So our number of friends is 4, enemies is 1. Or it may be 3, 2, and number of friends is 3 and number of enemies is 2. Our number of friends is 2, number of enemies is 3. Our number of friends is just 1, enemies is 4. He is not having friendship with anyone, and all are his enemies. Fine. Now if you look at this distribution, so what we did is, for an arbitrary vertex A, similar picture is true for B, C, D and so on. You focus on some vertex, say A. Look at its neighbors. Then I am seeing among that who all can be part of the friend set, who all can be part of enemy set. So please note, we are taking an arbitrary vertex, no assumption about a particular vertex. Then we are looking at its neighborhood set. Then we look at how many of them are friends, how many of them are enemies. Okay. So now possible neighbors are B, C, D, E, F. In that, who all can be the actual neighbor? Actual neighbor is who all can be his friends. It may so happen that he is a friend of everybody and not having any enmity, or he is having just one enmity relationship, with others he is a good friend. So we look at all these possibilities. Now focus on this distribution and look at the first three and the last three. So A is an arbitrary vertex and this distribution is arbitrary. We have not assumed anything about the structure of the graph. In any group of 6, you choose one, such a distribution is possible. So this tells you that for an arbitrary vertex, in this case it is A, you see that it has at least 3 friends or at least 3 enemies. So for an arbitrary vertex A, if you look at the distribution, you see that it has at least 3 friends. Either it is falling into this, it could be 3 or 4 or 5. If it is not falling into case 1, 2, 3, if it is falling into 4, 5, 6, then it says at least 3 enemies. You fix a person, you get to see that he is having either at least 3 friends or at least 3 enemies. Now, how do we use this fact to complete our argument? Okay. Why is this true? We have seen this because it's a group of 6, you can literally list and then observe this, but you can extract a principle out of it. So there are, say, n PGNs and r PGN holes. Okay. And number of PGNs is strictly more than number of PGN holes. So something like, say, 10 PGNs and say 2 PGN holes. If this is the case, then in any distribution of n PGNs into r PGN holes, there exists a PGN hole containing at least n by r PGNs. It is seal of n by r. Now this is a variant of pigeonhole principle, or a slight generalization of pigeonhole principle. What we have seen is the simplest form. This is the next version. So suppose you have say 2 pigeonholes, say P1 and P2, and you have got say 5 PGNs, say A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. So you place any distribution. You place A1 here, say A2 here, A4 here, A3 here, A5 here. So what it says is, you find a pigeonhole containing seal of 5 by 2, CL of 5 by 2, 5 by 2 is 2.5, CL of that is 3. You find a pigeonhole containing at least 3 pigeons in any distribution. So you may even place all of them inside, which means here is a pigeonhole containing 5 pigeons, which is at least 3. Okay. Now, similar principle is what is employed here. You have 2 pigeonholes. One is labeled as friends of A, another one as enemies of A. Now, you place the vertex B here, or C here, D here, maybe E and F. Then you see that these 3 are friends of A. Or you may even place all of them here, then all of them are friends. Or you may place 2 here and then 3 here, then 3 enemies. So what is this telling you? 5 people distributed into 2 sets. One is labeled friend, another one is labeled enemies. This implies that there exists a set or a pigeonhole containing 5 by 2 pigeons, which means at least. So there exists a pigeonhole containing at least 3 pigeons, at least 3 friends, or at least 3 enemies. So that's precisely what we have done.